This is your host, Dub FFG, with the Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. How's it going today? Today, we're going to dive into Week 6. Let's get to it. First, let's take a quick look at Week 5. Now, Week 5 brought about tons of injuries, particularly to star players, such as Justin Jefferson and Anthony Richardson, just to name two. So, Week 5 brought about a number of injuries to players that some of us were depending on heavily. But hopefully that wasn't you, other than Justin Jefferson. But knowing us, Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies, we did provide a Week 6 waiver wire pickup video. So go check that out so you can see who may still be out there. Because again, the waiver wire period has already opened for Week 6. So some of the players may be gone. But go check it out. Also, Week 5 brought about the beatdown in the Bay. It was epic. The Sunday night game between the Cowboys and the 49ers, well, didn't live up to the hype because we expected an epic battle. And it wasn't. It was an epic throttling. The 49ers beat the Cowboys in all phases of the game. Defense, quarterback, running back, you name it. Coaching booth, whatever you want to name. The 49ers beat the Cowboys down and beat them bad. And the Cowboys need to make some changes quickly. They need to make some changes. They need to make some trades. As far as our hot reads and must starts from last week, we were 58% success rate, which was down 22% from the previous week. So as always, we want to be higher. We want to be higher than 58%. So let's move on to Week 6. Week 6 hot reads must starts. We're looking at Jamar Chase versus Seattle, Justin Fields versus the Vikings, Raheem Mostert versus the Panthers, CeeDee Lamb versus the Chargers, and Adam Thielen versus the Dolphins. IDP and DST, we're looking at Henry To'oTo'o versus the Saints, Quincy Williams versus the Eagles, and the Dolphins defense versus the Panthers. Now, Week 6 outlook is simply nurturing your lineup. 6 brings about a nurturing kind of energy, and there's no irony that there are a number of injuries that have to be addressed or replaced in fantasy football. From Richardson, the quarterback with the Colts, Justin Jefferson, Daniel Jones, and a few others. You have to address those injuries with replacements. So hopefully your bench, particularly 10-team leagues or less, you should have somebody on your bench to replace those guys. But if 12-team leagues or higher, may be a little bit difficult, so you had to go to that waiver wire. That's fine. Again, we provided a video to address those particular needs from the waiver wire. So in Week 6, read the fantasy room. Read the room. Who needs what? Who's below 500 and desperate? Who's winless and seriously desperate? Who's at the top of the league? Hopefully it's you. If not, one of the top teams. So you want to read the room, but stay in the shadows. Stay in the shadows. Stay still. Why? The more talking you do, the more attention you're going to draw to yourself. The more defense people will tend to play against you, particularly on the waiver wire or trades, because again, trades get vetoed. Yes, they do. So stay in the shadows. Observe the room. Who needs what? And where can you upgrade at with those trades, with those waiver wire pickups? Why? Because once you step out of the shadows, you want to destroy at will. Dominate in all phases of the game. With your quarterback, with your receiver, with your running back, with your flex player, your defensive players, your defensive team, your kicker. Dominate, and dominate. This is your host, Dub FFG, your Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies. Till next time, here's a word from our sponsors. Question: is your NFL team winning the Super Bowl this season? If so, then you better get your new gear for the new season. NFL Shop is providing with your new favorite team's apparel this season. Use the link below or scan the QR code to see a huge inventory of NFL team's apparel. Discount codes will be available throughout the season, so use the link. Shop now. When you look in the mirror, do you see a GOAT? Are you the best that fantasy football has to offer? If so, then wear it on your chest. Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies has new arrivals for the new fantasy season. See the link in the description or scan the QR code. Pick up your gear now. Fantasy Football GOAT Strategies.